welcome back to the Commerce Collective podcast, recorded live from Amazon Unboxed in Austin, Texas, brought to you, of course, by Flywheel. My name is Emma Irwin, and I am your host for this series, and in this episode of our Unboxed coverage, we are going absolutely speed round into new product launches relating to AMC with the help of a Flywheel expert on the matter. Let's get into it by having our guest reintroduce himself from his prior appearance and tell us a bit about his role.
I'm still Donte McCrary-McClain,
Yes.
but the newness is that I am now the Vice President of Amazon Media here at Flywheel Digital as of a couple of months ago. But loving the role, loving the team, loving the opportunities, and loving the challenges that we are here to tackle every day.
Amazing. No one better for the role. Okay.
So kind. Thank you.
Starting off super easy. Last thing you purchased on Amazon.
Let me check here. So I recently moved to a bigger space locally.
Very good.
We've been perusing some new shoe organizers that's still in the cart, but the last formal purchase that I made was some floating shelves for the bedroom.
Very good.
And they look very nice. Installation was super easy.
I
It was
love
cool.
that. I love that. You know, sometimes like IKEA is known for easy-ish installation, but sometimes the stuff from Amazon is like actually so much easier.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
And they actually like put words in the sheets and so that you can actually see something rather than like a child hitting a hammer at a nail and you're like, what does that mean?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am one that I will read the instructions first as opposed to just pull it out and do all the things.
We are different. We are different. Okay. Today, because we're at Amazon Unboxed, we're going to dive into some of the specifics of the AMC related announcements that have been made here at Unboxed. We're going to talk about AMC audience bid multipliers, or bid boosters, you might hear them as called as well, for sponsored products, which Flywheel has actually been beta testing for a while. And then we will tackle some of the measurement related solutions that were announced as well by Paula Despens. So let's get started by getting everyone on the same page, though, with custom audiences in general, because we're hearing this all over the place at Unboxed. Interoperability between the different ad units. Can you highlight what some of the current AMC custom audience capabilities are and why an advertiser might be using them?
Gotcha. Well, custom audiences are literally accessible like never before. I'll hit on just a couple of examples. First and foremost, so in an instance to which you want to remarket to viewers of your DSP ads, you can leverage custom audiences via AMC to do that. In another world, to which you want to reach searchers of keywords that matter the most for your brand to complete the purchase cycle, custom audiences can do the trick there. You can acquire customers that have shown some form of tendencies to potentially subscribe and save by way of curating custom audiences. And then another example is just overall, in terms of these audiences, they really do assist you in finding the best way to sell to your most valuable customers. New to brand rates certainly is top of mind for most brands, and custom audiences enable us to do all those things.
I personally have not worked with a custom audience, as probably everybody knows by now, but it's kind of, I'm thinking about how, before these existed, what were we doing? I've gone off script with that question, but the more you talk about it, I'm like, what did we do before then?
Yeah, I mean, there were base level audiences that existed, right, based off of category dynamics, based off of demographics, etc. But I'd say now more than ever, based off of how competitive some categories are and just the need to get more prescriptive in an ecosystem of Amazon that continues to grow, identifying who your customers are and then tapping into them for the betterment of lifetime value is going to be key, and got the tools, tips at the ease of your fingertips like never before in order to get that granular.
Perfect. Okay, let's get into a specific product launch that is AMC Audience Bid Multipliers for sponsored products and sponsored brands. But first, for anyone who isn't directly managing an Amazon ads portfolio on the media side of the business, can you actually remind us what bid multipliers are and how or why they are used?
Gotcha. So bid multipliers allow you to optimize your campaigns and adjust bids on the likelihood of a sale, pretty much, particularly as it relates to the placement of your ads. And what's really exciting through AMC development is you can now communicate to certain types of shoppers who you value super highly and are willing to bid a little bit more. Ultimately, we're trying to drive more conversion. That's really the name of the game associated with this. And bid multipliers is a super, super exciting new capability that we can tap into.
And so let's connect that actually back to AMC audiences, which is this whole product announcement in general. I still need you to give me the lowdown on what this means and how all of these things tie together when we're actually connecting those bid multipliers to an AMC audience.
Gotcha. Well, I'll hit you with just a particular use case or example just to hopefully put it all to life. So in a world to which you potentially want to remarket your past purchases on category terms, right, from a keyword level to win them back or showcase your other brand offerings, bid multipliers can do the trick can do the trick for you there. So it's really just getting more surgical at the keyword level by way of the SP targeting, leveraging bid multipliers.
Got it. And because we have been in the beta phase testing this for a little bit, do we have any success stories to share? And is it working? Is this a cool thing? Is it working?
Yeah, absolutely. So we ran some tests with some CPG partners focused on audience sponsored product bid adjustments. And overall, what was our thinking, right? What was our hypothesis jumping into the test? We ultimately wanted to ensure that we're going to raise our conversion rates and click-through rates by setting those AMC audiences at the sponsored product bid adjustment level for those who interacted with the DSP ad. That was really the hypothesis. We thought we can do it, got access to it, did the thing. You may be wondering what happened, right? In terms of results. Well, fortunately, our hypothesis actually came to life in that versus the control group. We actually saw stronger click-through rate and conversions for those AMC custom audiences than without them. So proof point in the success. And again, just validation that we're excited to jump in further with these new capabilities as they become available.
Very cool. Okay, let's move into some of the measurement related solutions that were announced yesterday in the product keynote, if I'm putting all my things together correctly. And some of those off the top of my head: high value audiences, conversion path reporting, long-term sales insights, multi-touch attribution. Do any of these stand out to you as being potentially really impactful for brands?
It's a great question. Honestly, all of them really stand out, right? And certainly that's within the space that gets us jazzed and excited, is so much data at our fingertips. And what's really great about the development of these new capabilities is truly the ability to get more surgical, to attract customers that are most valuable to our brand partners or to you as you may be a listener, or you will be a listener to this. So layering these solutions to your media strategies ultimately really is the key. We recognize that, of course, it's a lot, but choosing the right partner, developing a test and learn plan, experimenting actually makes it all the worthwhile. So that's our ethos associated with the rollout of so many of these new measurement solutions. It's layering, it's testing and learning and experimenting in order to, again, track those most valuable consumers for your brand.
In your role, you oversee just all of our entire Amazon media operation.
Mm-hmm.
Major theme at this conference has been full funnel advertising. I've joked with everyone I've talked to. It's drink the next time you hear full funnel, and we'll all be on the floor soon. But I'm curious, with all the brands that you kind of oversee the strategies of, is full funnel on everyone's minds? Do you think they are adopting it in the way that Amazon is pushing for?
Fantastic question. I'd say it's definitely on everyone's mind. And there also is sort of fundamentally a change in even how we frame up what full funnel means. And that's because as consumers, we may interact with an advertisement by way of a streaming service when we're watching our favorite TV, or when we're scrolling on Amazon on our phone or on our computers. So with that in mind, we at Flywheel are adopting this notion that the funnel is actually collapsing. And as a result, we need to be nimble by way of ensuring that we're surgical with where we play at various different ad placements to ultimately get at where those consumers are. So yes, the full funnel as a principle absolutely should be top of mind for all brands, but also fundamentally what we know to be true is that the funnel is really collapsed, and we got to get nimble with folks are with where they are in order to drive that conversion.
What if we print a new bumper sticker that is just full funnel ? No funnel.
Shake the table now. Shake the table. That'll get them talking.
All right. With that, I know you're a busy man. Your favorite part of unBoxed so far, and then you can be on your way.
Well, aside from chatting with you.
Oh, of course.
Honestly, and even coupled with that, right? It's meeting our partners. It's meeting our teammates, sharing a meal and some laughs, talking about the highlights of our partnership successes and where we can test and learn, taking feedback and improve with one another. That's really the key highlight for me in terms of total unbox. Absolutely, the new capabilities in the rollout. Hopefully I've excited all the listeners and sort of inspired them to jump into it. And then last but certainly not least, this is my first time in Austin. Haven't been here before.
Yeah.
The food and the energy is super unique. I look forward to coming back and actually exploring a little bit more, but those are some of my highlights of unBoxed, and I can't wait for next year.
Very cool. All right. Thank you so much for your time, as always.
Thank you.
And that wraps up yet another episode of our unBoxed 2024 coverage. There are 4 episodes total coming out of this event, so be sure to listen to every single one of them. No excuses, because you'll get something totally different out of them all. I have been your host, Emma Irwin, and we will see you next time.